So, are there any downside to a REIT?
Downside to everything, Jay.
Absolutely.
There's a downside to everything.
Let's talk about it. What is something you see maybe can be, well, I know a lot of things can be red flag, but what's a couple of things that jump out to you guys?
People jumping out the window too quick. Stop jumping out the window. Relax. Do your due diligence. They see something, they about to jump, right? So I think that's one of the things, not being able to say, all right, I got this little piece of cash. I want to get into this REIT. I want to get into this like real estate thing. And Jay told me about this REIT, or Cody told me about this REIT. I don't even care about it. They should know they're professionals. I'm a jump. But you still should trust and verify, right? Trust but verify. So you have to be able to do your due. I think that's the thing. I think
I'm a jump.
Even no. Jumping is good. Jumping is good if you got the cables to hold you and support you, right? You gotta have something. You just don't jump out the window like that. Yeah, come on. You got a little bit of something. You ain't gonna fall down. Like you gonna make sure you got a cushion when you fall. So it's just that, we're wholesaling too. There's a lot of people that get into this business, they just jump, right? I'm ready to jump. And I don't mind that, but I believe that you have to have some type of foundation and learn what it is. Go back and do your due diligence. I think that's what it is. Lack of due diligence. That's one.
But you learn so much when you do that. I did a 6-figure investment about 10 years ago, and I lost my money, and it hurt, but it made me go backtrack every single step and say, what did I do wrong? And what could I do better next time? And I wouldn't have done that if the first time I flipped my money, I was like, oh, okay, this is good. Let me do this again. And at the time I had liquid capital. I was finishing up college, but I was a celebrity bartender. So I had, back in the Making It Rain days, where they were just throwing money because they didn't care. Jay made everybody physically responsible. Thanks, Jay-Z.
The good old days.
And so I was like, oh, okay, I can invest in these tri-stories. So I'm gonna start building in the city, but I don't want to do it because I still got to work. I still had a full-time job because I, always have like this full-time thing happening. And then I lost my money, but I didn't lose it right away. It was a slow burn. And the guy kept pausing me. Oh, okay, it's coming. I just need to take this to put over here. And I started to see like all the mistakes I made. Now I ask a lot more questions. I'm more cognizant of, hey, that little twitch in your eyebrow, just let me know you're lying, but it was good. And so sometimes those hard knocks are really important because it does give you a different vantage point that you need for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, on some things I'm jumping out the window and I'll build my parachute as I'm falling, but some things I won't. Right? So I'm kind of like Jay on that as well.
Yeah,
because
I like to have my scars, man. I like to have my scars. Right?
Yeah, like say for instance, like with this REIT, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like I don't know anything. At first, before we got on the show, I was like, I kind of like, I don't really know too much about it, right? But now with a little bit of something, I was like I said, when we get off this live, I might do a little research about it, right? So it's the same thing. I mean, I do my due diligence, but I don't let it give me. How can I say it? I don't let it get me analysis paralysis. I don't stop. Like if I'm gonna do it, if I'm doing my due diligence, I'm going to take that action, of course. But
I just
some people
right now.
So let's see how it works, bro.
Absolutely.
So there's two things I think that could be potential pitfalls in purchasing a REIT, but to preface those two things is the first thing you've got to understand that your approach, your mentality is like you're buying a stock or a mutual fund. It's not like you're buying real estate. So that's the thing. It trades differently than real estate trades. So the two things that I think could be, if the underlying asset that is owned by the REITs or the assets are real estate, which they should be, are we in a market where the real estate values are increasing? Are they going down? What is the mix? You know, are they meeting all the requirements that they need for the SEC? Because there are certain requirements for a REIT to be able to achieve in certain levels, as far as how much money is invested. Is it in cash? Is it in real estate? Other things like that. But the other aspect, I think, again, is just like any other stock that, or really what I wanted to say had to do with liquidity, again, because some of these REITs will tie up your money. And so if you're going to buy into, like, buy 100 shares at $18 a share, that's only $1,800, which is not a big deal. But does it trade liquid right now? Can you sell that tomorrow, or are they going to tie it up for a whole year? Because oftentimes there are some lockup periods. So you have to know what you're going into when you go into it, and then figure out, am I going to be, inhibited on liquidating this if I have to? Is the market in a place? Are they all geographically located in the same place, or are they diversified throughout various parts of the country on their underlying assets? So that's the potential pitfalls I see, has to do with, can you get out of the stock if you see it going down? And if it's tied up all in real estate, are those real estate assets actually appreciate in value? Or are there some potential that they actually can show some decrease in value? So that's the two things I would think are most important.